Alright, what's going on guys? It's Armed for Games, back at you again with another Injustice 2 video. In today's video, I just want to talk about what buffs I think they should give Swampy, my boy Swampy. Because I really have fun playing this character. He was one of the first characters I started to play when the game first came out. Because, I mean, I had the Injustice 2 beta, and I played Supergirl, Atrocitus, and Batman, of course, because I played Batman in Injustice 1. So the game came out, and so many characters I wanted to play, but you only could pick one, guys. So I picked out Swampy, and it was okay in the beginning of the game's life cycle, because, people didn't figure out, how to play against Swamp Thing. They didn't know what to do against Swamp Thing. And now that people know how to play against Swamp Thing and they know what Swamp Thing does, he's really not that great of a character. He's one of the worst characters in the game right now. Like number one, uno. And it sucks because I really like him as a character. And now we're gonna get into before we get into what I think they should change about him, they came out with a balance patch, the first balance patch, and in that balance patch, they took away 50 ability away from Swampy. And ability means like all the damage on your special moves. Like if you have a lot of ability, you would do a lot of damage. They took away 50 away from that. They took away 50 of his health, but they gave him 100 more defense. Which I don't agree with, or kind of agree with. I think they should have taken away his 50 ability, but gave him his health and gave him the 100 defense. And because leaving him with the health and giving him the more defense, when you're playing a match online, if you're playing against his owner, that little bit of health will help you, probably help you get in, because it takes a long time for Swampy to get in, and I think that would have helped him a lot, just so he could take a lot more damage getting in. And they also gave him his garden buff, because when you call out your garden before the patch, when you would call out your garden, it would recover really slow, and you would have to sacrifice a lot of damage to get the trade out. And it just, I would rather, take the damage than do 20 damage, 20 something damage, or 20 something, 200 and something damage. But now they make this recover a lot faster. So before you couldn't get it, you couldn't really, you would sacrifice a whole bunch of damage, and now you don't have to sacrifice, a lot of the damage. Let's say you want to get a corner garden setup, right? You do something like this. See, that's a garden setup, and now he's in the garden. And now you can, do whatever you want after that. You can do whatever you want after that. And before, you have to do, I can't remember what you used to do to get the garden out. I think it was something like this. Oh wait. Oh my god. What the fuck? You have to do something like that, and the reason, like, you would whiff this when he's on the ground, you'd whiff this and the garden would go over there, and you would have to do that, and that does what? I mean, it helps out, but you could get a lot more damage with the other combo. With this combo, you get a lot more damage. And if that's how you get out the garden before, and you would sacrifice a lot of damage to get the garden out. And with that buff, it helps, because, he can combo with the garden, get the garden out, get a garden setup going. And also, they gave him a buff. Because before, you would, let's say you would, oh wow, you would do your vine grab, right? And let's say Blue Beetle's projectile was coming at you while your vine grab was out. If it hit you while your vine grab grabbed him, if it hit you, it will knock you out of the grab. So what they did is, when you have your garden out and you do the vine grab and the projectile is coming at you, if you grab them and the projectile hits you, it will give you a hit of armor, and it won't hit you out of it. you will still get the grab, but you will take the damage from the projectile. Which I don't agree with that damage. I think you should take less damage. And I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. See? Got a hit of armor. And you still get the grab, and that's one of the buffs that they gave him. But that buff is really, it's really not that, it's really not that great. Because let's say you're playing a dead shot. Dead shot shoots really fast. You duck the one shot, his forward back one. Let's say he's shooting, you duck the shot, and then you want to get up, call trade, and you're probably going to get hit because he just shoots way too fast. And let's say you do get your guardian out, and let's say you do call in your, you want to do your vine grab. You do your vine grab, and his bullets are so fast that when he hits you, it will knock you out before the vine can even grab him, so the buff can actually give him armor. So I really don't think that it helps him. I mean, it helps him a little bit, yeah, but it has to be the ultimate read. It has to be the ultimate read. Like, okay, is he gonna do projectile now? And then you go for it, and then it's like the ultimate read. And if you get it, oh, that's great. But it barely happens. They can just, they can duck and then start zoning you out. So I think, that buff, it didn't help him too much. But now, we're gonna get into the things I would like to see done to my boy Swampy. And the thing I would like to be done is, okay, he's a command grab character, right? And a command grab is, if you're ducking or if you're blocking, the grab will still get you. And his vine grab is a command grab. But if the opponent is ducking, it won't grab him. Which I think is really dumb, because that's one of his faster special moves. See, because like this is a command grab also, and it grabs him, and he's ducking. But his vine grab, it doesn't grab him. I think they should change that and make it to where you can grab them if they're ducking. They can still backdash, they can still jump out of it, but you could grab him for ducking, because that will help him, help him out, like from people zoning him when he's like full screen. This will help him out a lot, because a lot of people now they duck it and then they go for the projectile, so that will help him, get the grab. People don't have to be, I could just duck this. They should make that so you can't duck it. They should, I think that's one of the things to help him out. Okay, they should also dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. Jesus Christ, I have a brain fart. Oh yeah, I mean, you can still dash out of it. Like if you just forward dash, it won't hit you, because you have to put the range. Like you have to do the close range one, you got to do the mid range one, and you got to do the far one, depending on where your opponent is at. Is what you have to do. So I guess that's the challenge of doing a vine grab, catching an opponent with it, which I don't understand about Aquaman right now. His little tentacle strike tracks, but Swampy doesn't. That'd be cool if we could track though. But yeah, I think they should change that for him. Make sure you can't duck the command grab, his vine grab. And I also think he needs more tick grabs, because right now the only tick grab that I know of right now is let's see, block. It's down to into command grab. I think they should give him more command grabs. Just give him, I don't know, just give him more command grabs. Just give him more tick grabs. And if you know what a tick grab is, it's a move that you can do, and they have to take the grab. The only way they can get out of it is if, they backdash or if they jump out of it. Just give him more, tick grabs. Give him more of those. That would really, help him. And I think they should make his log faster. Because he, like, I know you can mix people up with this, I know that. You can, like, because usually, you know, they get hit by the overhead, right? And you keep doing this a lot, and then they think the overhead is going to come, you know, just throw the low log in there. But if, you know, if they're a good player, a lot of the times they would see, you know, the log coming because it's really slow, like, really slow. And if they block it, you know, you'll take a full combo because of that. And I think they should make that faster. Just a tad bit faster, nothing too crazy. You know, just make it a little bit faster. Also, because, you know, a lot of ways for Swampy, another way for Swampy to get in, I think they should give him is that, because let's see how this, right? You see how that comes out? If Blue Beetle has this, I'm gonna see if I can demonstrate it right now. Okay, I'm just gonna record. Alright, let's go projectile. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Almost had it. Let's do it one more time. You see how it grabs him? It still grabs him, but I got hit out of it. I think that he should get a hit of armor, and he still gets the grab because of it. Like, he gets the armor, right? He gets it, and then, you know, do whatever you want after that. I think they should, you know, give him armor on that, which that would be really cool. And I think they should, now here's a couple strings I would like to see, you know, buffed a bit. His forward 1, his forward 1-2, I mean, so his forward 2-1, sorry about that. His forward 2-1, you know, the second hit is a low. And if people don't know Swamp Thing, they get, a lot of people get mixed up with this, because overhead, or they get hit with this, because it's low. But a lot more experienced players, they can react to this, and they block it, even though it's safe, you know, but I would like it to be just, you know, just to make that a little bit faster, because a lot of people see this and, you know, they react to it. And maybe make that a little bit faster. I think, I think this is another big one he should get. Shave off a few frames off of this godforsaken standing 2. It is an overhead, but it is 30 frames. And I barely use this. The only time I use this is when, you know, I'm in the corner and I know the person is not going to press the button and he's ducking. You know, you can do that. You know, that would help out. And on block, you're +3. Yeah, you're +3, right? I don't know, let's go to the string. If you do the full string, you're +3 on block. So, you know, let's say if you do block it, you know, you're +3. So, you know, you're +3, so you can, you know, call for your garden, you can, you know, go for a cross up, you know, do whatever you want. But I think definitely make this a few frames faster. Please make it a few frames faster. And I think the last thing I would like to see done for Swampy is like his movement. Make his walking speed, make it just a little bit faster. His back walk speed, make it just a little bit faster. Because it feels like, you know, I remember I didn't play him for like 2 months, 3 months, something like that. Cause I was playing Robin, you know, a couple other characters, and I went to Swamp Thing, and I'm moving, and I'm my first online match, and I'm like, it feels like you're playing in quicksand, and it sucks. So I think make his walk speed a tad bit faster. Do something with his jumping, because his jumping is, oof, you're like in the air for eternity. I mean, his jump 2 is good. I give him that. His jump 2 is good. But I don't know, do something with his jumping. Because like you be in the air, like if you're a good player, I'm scared to jump because he was like, oh, he's in the air. Are you gonna anti-air me or down 2 beam? You know, because I'm in the air for 5 gajillion years. I can do something with his jumping, and do something with this. Another thing I like to see done, do something with this low. This low is only good in the corner. That's the only thing it's good for. Besides that, it has no range at all. Do something with this godforsaken low. It is a double low. You can go triple low if you want. Or, you know, you can go, you know, it's overhead, but that's really reactable. It's like, oh, he's pulling out that big ass log. I can block that. You know, just stuff like that. And I think that's it for Swampy. Oh, and also one more thing. Make his, I think he should get a better meter burn roll. Just so it could give him another option of getting in. Because if you're facing a zoner, like with this walk speed and with you being able to duck his command grab and getting hit out of his getting hit out of that with the projectile, I think it should be fair that he gets a way better meter burn roll. Even though he's a big body character, I guess that affects the meter burn roll in a way. But just make this better, you know, so I could put him in front and he can start whenever he wants. I think that would really help him out. But yeah, I think that's it for the video, guys. And those are the things I would like to see done for Swampy. And hopefully, you know, they will happen. Hopefully the next balance patch, because it's known he's the worst character in the game. So they know. So next time, the next balance patch, they fix him really good, because he's one of my favorite characters to play. And I guess that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if any of you guys agree with me, you know, that would be awesome. But thank you guys for watching the video. This is Armed for Games, signing out once again. Peace out, world.